Get into it. Greetings. My name is Adrienne Nicole, and I am the owner of Prime Naturals Beauty, where your natural beauty is your prime beauty. We are a brand that caters to the lock and the twist community. We offer services such as locks, twists, and braids. We are all about maintaining a healthy foundation and embracing your inner beauty and outer beauty. Maintaining a healthy hairstyle and inspiring individuals to embrace their natural beauty is what we represent. We appreciate you tuning into our channel and know you will find value into our content. So today we are going to learn how to do a simple retwist. I'm going to get my gloves. I wear gloves because sanitary reasons, and also when I wash my hands a lot with a lot of clients, my hands get really dry. So I wear gloves in between clients. So I'm putting my gloves on. I'm prepping for the washroom. First, what I do is I take a towel and I put it around his neck just so he won't get wet. I'm going to make sure this towel is completely around his neck. Then I'm going to take my washing cape. I'm going to put that around the towel. Now clip it in the front because the way I wash my clients' hair is I have them laying down and it's just easier for me to take it off. So as you can see, this cap is not touching his neck at all. The towel is what is touching his neck. So each client can have a clean towel. Now we're going to head to the washroom and get into the washing. Okay, so my client is at the wash bowl, and what I'm going to make sure is that the back of his hair is completely in the sink, because you don't want to miss that back, because that's where a lot of build-up catches. So what I do, I have a 3-step shampoo system, just because I really need the hair to be clean as possible, because with locks, so much can get in there. Using products, you want to make sure you wash it out before each and every retwist. So the first shampoo I use is Design Essentials. This shampoo is deep cleansing, but it also removes dirt, buildup, and residue at the same time. It also strengthens your hair. So this is my first step that I use when shampooing my client's hair. I should put the water on first. Okay. So I'm gonna check, make sure this water temperature is warm. Some clients like it a little hot. Okay. So first, I'm gonna wet the client's hair. You wanna wet the entire head first to make sure that it lathers really good. You wanna get all the extra dirt and debris out first before putting the shampoo in. Oh shit, that's too hot.
Yeah, that's better.
So, gonna rinse all of this. A thorough rinse from the front to the back. And as I'm rinsing it and the water is going through, I like to take the locks and kind of like, pull it just so I can get that extra debris out. And it also let me see the color of the water and let me know how dirty the client's hair is. Okay, now that this client's hair is completely drenched with water, I'm gonna go into the first step of the shampoo using my Design Essentials Deep Cleansing Shampoo. I take about 3 squirts I lather it in and I start applying it to this scalp. You see how that lather's so much better since it already been wet? I add a little water just to get the lather going a little bit more. And I'm just gonna spread this throughout the rest of his hair from the middle to the back. If you feel like it's not lathering good enough, it's okay to get some more shampoo. Rub it in and continue. But you want to make sure you shampoo the entire head, literally, from the root to the end. And like I said, that back is very important because that's where a lot of buildup be, and that can be missed a lot just based on the client not being up enough. So you don't want to miss that back. That back is one of the most important spots to really get. What I'm doing, I'm basically taking my fingers and I am massaging his scalp. So now I'm at the point where I got the entire scalp. The entire scalp has shampoo on it. So now I'm just gonna work my way down the locks. Now wring it just to get a lot more of that dirt out. This is one of my clients' favorite part. They always say it is a long therapeutic service. So my brand is definitely catered to those who value self-care and value getting nurtured. So as you can see, his entire head from the scalp to the ends were covered with shampoo. Now I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna wring it. And I'm gonna rinse it out. Now I'm gonna go into the second step of my shampoo. Now for the second step, it varies. I like to use this Miele's Rosemary Mint Shampoo. This is for my clients who doesn't have a problem with dry or itchy scalps. It really lathers and nourishes the hair as you wash it, and also gets your scalp really clean. And then for my clients who have like really dry, itchy scalps, I like to use CB Smooth Therapeutic Shampoo, and it also has a tingle to it. So this particular client, he has really dry, itchy scalp, so I'm gonna use the CB Smooth as a step 2. Take them out, lather that in, and just like the first step, I'm just gonna apply this all through his scalp. I start at the root first, go through the whole head, then work my way down the lock. Whole scalp is covered with shampoo. Now I'm gonna work my way down the lock as before. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and rinse it out. When I'm rinsing out, I've kind of put my hand in front of the client's ear so they won't have an ear full of water. You want to sleep? You sleep.
I ain't sleep.
Yes, you is. See, my clients be falling asleep. They get to snoring.
I'm over here dreaming about things and all types of stuff.
Okay, now we're gonna move to our last step, which this shampoo is a cleansing and conditioning. I like this because it lathers really, really well and it replenishes those nutrients right back into the hair. So, oh, and this is Design Essentials Honey Cream. I'm gonna take it and get to lather it. As you rubbing this shampoo into the scalp, you literally can feel how moisturizing it is. It lathers so well and really moisturizes and conditions the client's scalp. See how moisturized that is? And this process takes about no more than 30 minutes total. Okay, now we're gonna rinse it out. And you wanna make sure you rinse out all the bubbles, all the suds, because you don't wanna leave no shampoo in the client's hair, because that too can cause the buildup in the locks. You're gonna give it a thorough rinse. Best way, I literally start at the root and then work my way down the lock. All the shampoo seems to be out. Hair and scalp is looking clean. I'm gonna wring it out a little bit just to make sure. You know most of the soap is out when the water doesn't look so bubbly as you're wringing it out. I'll take the locks, give it a good wring to get that excess water out. Taking my towel, I'm gonna wrap it around my client's head. And like I said, this is why I do it from the front. Then they can just get up. All right, you can sit up now. All right, so now we are back from the shampoo. I'm gonna get a new set of gloves. And I'm gonna take this neck wrap and wrap it around my client's neck. This to ensure the cape is not touching the client's neck. Cause day to day switching from client to client, I could have about 3 clients in one day. So you don't want that same cape touching each, client's neck. So that's why I use this as a protector. The product I will be using today is Pure Au Naturals Twist and Lock Gel. Now this is one of my favorite products to use simply because it's great for all hair textures. And it has a sleek and firm hold, and it's non-sticky and non-greasy. And most importantly, it doesn't leave no buildup. It's really easy to rinse out in between retwists. So yeah, I gotta try this. And I use my wristband because I don't like putting product on my hand because it's unsanitary, and this is easier than leaving the drawer open instead of getting product. It cuts down the retwist time as well. So I use this type of comb, take a little product, put it on my wristband, and I'm good to go. First thing first, I'm gonna take my Cream of Nature Argan Oil, which is just a leave-in conditioner. You shake to activate it, and I'm gonna apply this all through my client's scalp just for a little extra conditioning. Now spraying this is gonna leave it a little drenched, but that's okay because our next step, we're gonna take care of that. So I apply this in the scalp and on the end of the locks because it's water-based. So you ain't gotta worry about no buildup. Now if this was a cream-based products, then you'll probably need to not only apply a little and not so much on the lock so it won't build up. All right. I'm gonna take my fingers and just massage that into my client's scalp. Rub it through the hair. Next up, I am gonna take my blow dryer just to ensure that there isn't no water or anything dripping on the client's face. And I'm just gonna dry it until it's damp. I'm not gonna completely dry it because you want your retwist. You wanna retwist when the hair has a little dampness to it. You never wanna retwist when the hair is completely dry. The water is no longer dripping from the hair, and we can go ahead and get started with our retwist. First thing first, based on the desired style that the client wants, I will section the hair as such. This client in particular, he's just gonna get a retwist and have the locks coming back so they can hang down. If I was doing a part to the side, I will section the hair to the side, whether it's to the left or to the right. But like I said, this client is just getting his hair twisted to the back. So I do it in sections based off the parting grid because it kind of gives me like a starting mark where I can start from. So this is the crown. So I'm gonna start by getting this out the way. Then the sides. And then the back. This is what I'm gonna be working with first. This is my separator. Now we got something to work with. Now I'm starting with this first row. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna clamp it up to get it out the way. All right, so it's already a little product on my comb. So I am going to start applying just a little product close to the scalp, but on the hair. Then I'm going to use the tip of my comb to start setting the foundation. Applying the product first and then starting to part it, it kind of helps you part it easier, making sure that all the hairs is exactly where it needs to be. I am big on having my parts straight and neat. So this is why, another reason why I like this product. Now you don't want to overuse the product, and you know you use too much. You know you've used too much when you start retwisting and the product is literally coming out as you're retwisting. I take my little edge brush for everything that's on the edge or perimeter of his head, just to give it a more sleek look, and I brush it towards the way that I'm going to retwist. And when parting, you don't want to force any hair into a lock that don't need to go there. If it's been forced, then it don't go there. You don't want to pull no hair out of the lock. So I start my retwist by combing it. And I take my hand and I do a little locksmithing. Palm roll to where the lock is straight down. You don't want to over retwist it when it would be looking like this. It's retwisted too much. You want to twist it just so the root is retwisted and the lock is laid so you can apply your clip. For the first row, I apply my clip kind of diagonal just so it can hold the root and hold the lock down some. I'll move on. Palm roll, locksmith. And the locksmithing is basically just to help get that excess frizz and them straight hairs into the lock. And then make sure the lock is consistent going down. So when I'm taking my comb, I'm just taking it to give me a good grip of the hair. And then I just use my hands to retwist. So I will palm roll first. I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna take my right hand that's under and my left hand, and they're gonna go like this. Lock in between, one retwist. Then I take my left hand, like I'm finna give someone a handshake, and the lock is twirling from my index finger up to my thumb, and it's going in a circular motion. So this is my lock, going up, coming back, going up, coming back. One to my thumb, to my index. And we're gonna do that all the way down the lock. And the more practice you have, the faster you will get. See, not a hair out of place. Now, what I like to do, each row, I like to use my Pure Au Naturals Lock and Braid Shine Mousse. And I like using this because it really helps lay the locks down. Help with the frizz and also adds a little shine. So I just put a little bit on each row after I finish retwisting it. Moving on up. Yeah, I already have a little product on here. So this is what I'm going to use to apply the product. And as I part, I'm gonna make sure I comb the hair each and every time just to smooth that product in. So the retwist can be sleek. Now as I move up, I'm able to take the lock and put it into this clip. So I use more than two just so they can hold really well. Now as you can see, as I'm retwisting, you don't see a lot of product coming out as I'm retwisting, because you don't need a lot of product. When you see a retwist and it's literally product, that's literally leaving product so it can cause buildup. You want to make sure you use just enough to where it do what it needs to do, which is hold the new growth. This is what I'm basically locksmithing, all that extra little frizz. Sometimes just a palm roller help. Second row complete, I'm gonna take my mousse, just a little bit, and put it on that row I just completed. Next row, we're just gonna repeat the same steps as before. So as you can see, I still have a lot of product left, and I'm literally almost halfway there for the retwist. If we run out of product, we just apply some more to the wristband. But this is, as you can see, I don't have to keep on, scooping out the product jar and putting product on my arm and all that. This is cuts down retwist time, and it's more sanitary. Now I'm steady repositioning the clips, because again, like I said, you want to make sure that the locks are laying straight as possible. So if you have to reposition them any way you need to ensure that it lays straight so it can dry exactly the way you desire it to look. Sometimes you may need to use 3 or 4 clips, whatever you need to make it work. And you see, I'm not clipping it directly at the root. It's a little down from the root. And also, you want to know what type of lining your client have. With a lot of guys, they'll have a double lining. So when my guys have double linings, I just literally take that extra hair and I brush it down. So when they barber is ready to line them up, they already got the blueprint of they liner ready for them. I forgot to mention, when I retwist, I like to wear this mask because it protects my face and my skin. When I retwist it, like just before, some water just splashed in my face, and I remember to put my face shield on. So it's see-through, I can see through it. This protects. I also wear this when I'm washing as well, because, well, this client is dear to me, but when I'm just retwisting regular clients' hair, I don't want to be all up in their face when I retwist it. COVID and all that extra stuff, gotta stay cautious. And again, remember that if the client has a double lining, Make sure you brush that down so it could be ready for the barber. And what I'm doing now, I'm just going through to make sure that all the locks at the root are straight. And if not, I'm adjusting my clips so that it can be. And last, I'll put some mousse on this last row. Take this edge wrap, it's the extra large one. Place it firmly around the perimeter of the client's head. Pay it down a little bit. All right, all the clips look straight. Now I'm about to go ahead and put this client up under the dryer. So the client is now freshly from under the dryer. The root of his locks are pretty dry. I'm feeling the ends of his locks and it's still a little damp. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my handheld dryer and dry this. Okay, the ends are now dry. I'm gonna take this head wrap off. Bring it to me. All the clips are now out. As you can see, we have a neat, clean retwist. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some oil to the roots for to seal the moisture in. One of my oils that I like to use is Miele's Rosemary Mint Oil. I really like this oil because it really hydrates your scalp really well. It has great ingredients in it like mint and rosemary. It says it's infused with biotin and encourages growth. And it really lasts a long time as far as the oil staying in your hair. I also have another favorite oil I like to use. It is the Talia YG Healing Oil. I don't have any of that right now, but I will put that in the link for you. So I just put this all through his scalp, each row. Oh, here we go. Then I'm gonna take my fingertips and just rub that through his scalp so that oil can really penetrate in his scalp. Her getting long, oh snap. Getting past to that shoulders now.
It's just getting like it's been a long time coming. But it's been it grew pretty quick though. We're gonna have the little twisties.
Right.
Man. I'm a long way from the twisties.
You can go If you see like a little frizz that you want to fix a little bit, you can just go through it and locksmith it just to give it a neater finish. And then last, just to give the locks a little extra shine, I like to use my Caribbean Kinks Lock Crack oil. And I just spray this.
I mean, she got all the natural hair supplies that you need, man. For real.
And just rub your hands through it.
None of that fly stuff out there. The other people be out here using, for real. Natural products, man. You know how to get your hair looking right, for real. You know, so tap in.
As you can see, the retwist is complete. Look how healthy and clean his scalp look. How to maintain this. I always tell my clients after the retwist, or even 2 weeks, 3 weeks after, you want to make sure that you protect your hair every night, even if you lounge around the house, because you don't want to get no type of length in it, and you want to make sure that your moisture is being retained. I recommend my clients to moisturize their hair at least once a week, and all they use is the leave-in conditioner. They spray it, you know, throughout their locks and their scalp, and they use their oil of choice to seal in the moisture. You can use this type of oil as I used in the video, or you can use the Talia YG Healing Oil, or whatever oil works best with your scalp. Another thing you can also use is rose water. It's a hydrate mist. This is the Napstar brand, and you could just spray this, you know, on your locks if you feel like your locks look dull or look dry or anything, and they'll literally lifen them up. And that is all the maintenance that you need. As far as covering it, this is Prime Naturals Beauty adjustable satin caps, and the inside is satin, so it can actually maintain the moisture. And it also has an adjustable strap, so you can adjust it to your head and make it tight as you need to. And the reason why I love these caps is because it has a firm hold. If you just put a Bionic on, it's be satin and it'll retain the moisture, but it's not gonna have that firm hold that actually holds your locks and your retwist in place. This cap has a firm hold, so wearing it actually reserve your retwist. This come in 2 sizes. This is the 15-inch. Since his locks are a little short, this would be perfect for him. So the way you would put this on is, I would suggest starting with putting the end of the locks in first. And then putting it on your head. And the great thing about this is your locks can actually hang in the cap, but the front and your edges will be firm, fit firm and snug. Now, it lasts throughout the night. You don't have to worry about it coming off. And when you get in the shower, if you feel like you don't want this hanging, get your ass out of here, motherfucker. Get out. Okay, so and when you get in the shower, if you don't want this hanging, you can always take this and put it in like that while you're in the shower. So thank you guys again for tuning in to this video. Stay tuned for more to come. See ya.
All right.
We appreciate you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more healthy ways and demonstrations to maintain a healthy locked lifestyle. You can follow us on Instagram at Prime Beauty. That's Prime, the letter N, Beauty on Instagram. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.